Okay, this is part two. I accidentally got interrupted, and I stopped the recording. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to post two separate ones because I don't know how to put them together. So I'll just call this part two. Um, so when you, I think a good way to do. I kind of wanted the app to explain, right, that you're not putting in like, oh, my main goal is going to be buying a house, and my sub goal is going to be going to college and stuff like that, because those are like life goals, right? And yeah, working towards these goals are going to get you to those life goals, right? But starting out with your main goals being buying a house or a car, obviously that's not going to be achievable for somebody trying to make it through college. Now maybe if you know I just want I want it to be like where it's like, okay, it kind of explains your main goal needs to be something that can be accomplished within the next year, something that's obtainable. Your sub goal needs to be a step, one of the steps that you need to complete to accomplish this goal, and then the steps need to be smaller tasks that get you to the sub goal. That then, once you complete the sub goals, you're able to complete the main goal. And I think breaking it down this way will just make it easier to think about, because when I get behind in classes like I did this semester, like I did last semester, obviously it wasn't as bad as this one. This is the first time I've ever had to get incompletes on a class. But when I get really behind in a class like that, it's because the way that I do schoolwork a lot of the time is I wait until the very last minute. I procrastinate. I do whatever I can to not have to do schoolwork. Not because it's hard, not because I don't get it, but because for some reason in my head it is the most boring thing on the planet. When it was just not. I had fun doing these projects for this class. And even when I do have fun, for some reason the next time I dread it, even if I'm working on the same exact thing and I know I'm gonna have fun. And I just feel like, if someone, it would really help people to have that motivation, right? That, oh, like a video game, if I complete these quests, I can get to this, get this cool piece of armor, or this cool sword, or this cool gun, or this cool outfit. And I think that that's kind of how I've set this up, but in a social, man, almost mixed with social media. So I'd almost say it's like making your goals a video game mixed with social media, right? Where your friends can pitch in and encourage you on your statuses. They can be like, "Yo, that's super cool. You accomplished this goal." And you can get likes, and you see all the likes that you got, that you accomplished a goal, and it makes you feel good, right? I mean, accomplishing the goal in the first place is going to make you feel good. I know when I turn something in on time, and this is coming from someone who almost never turns something in on time. Like the closest I ever get to turning things in on time is like the next day, because I never read ahead. I never look ahead and go, "Oh, this is due tomorrow. I should do it." It's always tomorrow. I look at it and go, "Oh, it's due today. I don't have time. I'll have to do it tomorrow." It's always like that for me, and I feel like even in my own life, if I had something like this, I'd be able to keep track of what I'm doing, right? And I could, and it encouraged me to complete these things because I'm getting rewarded for it. And it's a tangible reward that I can see right now. And I think one of the big issues is a lot of people don't see, your future goals as a tangible thing, right? You see it as like this far off distant thing, even with like the end of the semester, right? Like I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm never thinking that far ahead. I'm always thinking right now, and right now I don't want to do homework. But if I was getting a reward for it right now, like with the app, right, I'd be getting some kind of badge for completing a step, or I'd be getting, people commenting on my stuff and stuff like that. And kind of like how social media draws people in the first place. And I think that that would really help people to, see that making progress you could get immediate gratification from it, right? And instant gratification is something that people want. And I think that's the big issue about thinking about things so far off. And I think this would help people to do that without thinking about it far off, because they would be getting these small rewards now, and then of course they'd be getting the main reward of actually completing these goals, right? They'd actually be getting, rewards in their lives as well, not just on the app. So I'm not sure how long I've been going. I don't think it's been 10 minutes. I'm hoping it's been at least 5, 6, maybe 7. Um, but I think it's a pretty good. I think it's a solid idea, and I have some solid ideas in here. I tried to put something from every single one of the lectures in here, although there were a couple that I really couldn't think of any way I'd want to add, and some of them I just didn't want in here, like with um I can't remember the exact one, but it was something like, oh, how loot boxes addict people. It was one of those types of things where it's like how you do that, and I couldn't think of any way I'd want to put something like that in here. The main idea of this app is to help people. Um, if it needed to make money, like anything does, right? It is an app. It could always just make money how other apps make money, by selling data. And I think knowing people's goals and what they're working towards is a data that people would pay for. So I think that's how it could fund itself. Um, but yeah, thank you for listening to my presentation. I'm sorry it's in 2 parts, and I had a lot of fun thinking about it and designing it. And if I ever take a similar class, maybe I'll continue it and make it better, or maybe I'll do it in my free time. And I think I might try and implement a system like this in my life. Obviously, it wouldn't be like social media with badges, but I could make it like a list system or something like that that might help me get through goals and keep up on my classes. Anyways, thanks for watching my presentation, and yeah, have a good day. Oh, also, sorry it's late.